Right, welcome back to another episode of Return of the Nerd. Today we're going to talk about the TVC line, in particular the 4-packs. So this is my first ever time to order one of the 4-packs. I haven't in the past. I kind of just slowly got into the vintage collection. For the first year I opened my business, we really dedicated ourselves to the Black Series, and so I got used to selling those, and then I plucked up the courage to I really should reach out to the vintage collection people as well. So, you know, over the last almost a year now, I've been selling the Hasbro, cases with the assorted cases, the waves, and sometimes, we get the exclusives as well, like this year with the Boba Fett's, and it's going reasonably well. I'm quite happy. So I put my order in for the 212th, the Clone Trooper with the Phase 2 armor, and I was very excited because this is my first attempt to sell them. So I managed to encourage a lot of people in Taiwan to pre-order, and also some of my overseas customers as well. Then we get news via the collectors, the first batch of these have been found to have a paint error. So the helmet, I'll show you the picture that's going around on social media. So basically the helmet does not have the black streak, the line that goes around the border between the top, the dome, and the bottom section of the helmet, which it should have, which is kind of weird, but these things do happen. There are, I have experienced recently, because I'm ordering more and more, my MOQ gets larger all the time as I get more customers. So I'm finding that, obviously the more that you order from the suppliers, there's a higher chance that you're going to find something special in there. You're going to get an action figure which is a variant of some kind, or even a factory error, and that can be cool, because you can keep them because they're unique, or you can sell them for extra dough. But now I'm in a very kind of weird spot, because I know that the first batch have they have no black, on the helmet, and the reaction from the collecting community is very negative. They do not want this, they will not buy it. And of course there are always going to be a few really passionate hardcore collectors who want to get their hands on every single version, so they're going to want that, they're going to want both, right? But for me as a retailer, it's actually really high risk. The cases that we order for Hasbro, I think there's 18. So let me show you. This is what I collected from before. This is my own collection. These are the Rebel Hoth, the Hoth base troopers, and so I collected this before. But I know, from the wholesalers, that when you order the Hasbro case, you get 18 of these boxes in one case, which is a lot. That's a lot of money. So if I order, let's say I order 5 cases, that's 5 times 18. That's a lot of money that you have to put down, and you're not going to get that money back until, either some of your clients pre-order, or, when it finally drops, then you start to sell it and you get your money back, right? But it's a long process. And so we don't know right now in Taiwan which version we're going to get. So I did actually talk to someone in Hasbro, and I said to them, this is going on, this is a problem, can we find out? And what would be the scenario? What would be what's the worst thing that can happen? So basically, if the retailers in Taiwan decided that we're not going to sell it, we don't want it, Hasbro Taiwan do have the option to then ship it all back again, because technically, the factory made a mistake and it's not correct, so they have every right to do that. But it still creates problems, because then how do retailers fulfill their pre-orders, and then that item on the list, right, that SKU, that item is just passed over, it's not going to come back. We can't we can't go back to Hasbro and order from them like a whole bunch more. That's it, it's gone. And so we then have to move on to the next action figure, the next item. So, and that we've been waiting for that 212 Clone Trooper pack for a long time, and it's been really, because it's got that new Clone Trooper body, and so a lot of people, TVC collectors, it's like one of the main highlights of the year. So it would be a crying shame if we couldn't get hold of it, because as far as I know, it's exactly the same as this, right? So we've already had, the collectors are already really happy because they got the Andor, the Phase 2 armor Clone Trooper on the card back, and this is like a wonderful, wonderful action figure. It's like one of the best Clone Troopers that Hasbro has made in the 3.75, and the cases were, the makeup was like, you could only get one, right? So it was really hard to army build unless you walked into a store and you were lucky enough to see 10 of these on the peg and you just grab them, right? I mean, not many people are able to do that. So getting a 4-pack is a way of helping the collectors to army build this particular character, and plus the fact I think the head sculpts are not all the same, because you've got, yeah, so they've all got like different tattoos and stuff, and on the helmets there's a little, I don't know what it is, it's like their battalion crest or something. So there are some differences. It's not like 4 figures totally the same. And someone on social media said that, oh, you can tell whether or not it's going to have the black, the border, because there'll be like a batch number, and the batch number is like, this is for the UK, this is for the USA. But I was like, okay, well that's, and then I was like, what is a batch? So I was looking at my, again, let's use one of mine, my Imperial Death Troopers, okay? So on the back it says, I don't know if you see, it says 21191, is that right? 21191, so that's the batch number. So like in the case, the 18 boxes, they'll all have the same number, right? So it's the same batch. So if you went in, if you are a customer, you walk into a store and you see the number, you pick it up, you check the number, you go, okay, this must be the one without the black, you know, the paint. So I can just leave this one here. I'm going to take this one. So you're checking the numbers, right? But retailers can't do that. We can't. We have to open the cases, and by the time everything has been delivered and been put in our warehouse, it's already too late. So yeah, this is kind of a problem. So if I might, like, you guys who watch my channel and you guys who are collectors, if you were in my position, what would you do? Write in the comment section below. Okay, so because even if Hasbro say to me, okay, Gary, I got bad news. All of the 212 packs that are coming to Taiwan do not have the black stripe on the helmet, and I will feel like really pissed off. But at the same time, I will feel I don't want to miss out on like just not getting them at all. Like, should I just still should I get a couple of cases? Because I know there are some people that still buy them, and then I could try to, you know, go find an alternative source in Taiwan to get hold of more of the ones that are correct. But then that's time consuming, and by then, which time I've probably lost all my customers and they've gone elsewhere to buy the product. So for me, I'm not sure. It's kind of a lose-lose situation, so I don't really know what to do. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk about today. And it's kind of weird because Hasbro's been like pumping out some really cool Clone Troopers in the TVC this year, right? So I've got 2 favorites, right? Clone Captain Hauser, right, and on the card back, he looks really nice. And yes, look, he's got they all have the black around the top, you know, where the dome is and it fits on. It's all there, you know, it's all on there. So I don't understand how suddenly this can just disappear. So again, a lot of this, like this year, I'm going to be harping on about the TVC line and quality control and Hasbro and what is happening at the factory level, you know, the inspections, because I do feel like after this experience of selling quite a lot of these this year, like compared to the Black Series and other lines that I sell, they don't have this issue. Like I feel it's specifically a problem with the TVC line. So yeah, and you guys can tell me, have you had any problems this year? Have you had any challenges with you know, TVC? Have you found anything weird, like card backs not really being in mint condition and stuff? Because I mean, I just recently talked about the last wave, the Cad Bane wave, and I was quite disappointed in that. I mean, almost half of them were like unsellable, but yeah, so I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention today, and then you can give me some advice because I'm helping you collectors. I'm a seller. So there you go. Right, don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back in the next one. And don't forget to watch my Endor Rebel Trooper unboxing video. It's really cool. And my next one, I want to open, not sure, I think next one's got to be TVC. So I always try to do 6-inch 3.75, 6-inch 3.75. You know, it's not always possible to do that, but I try my best. Okay. Right, that's it. I shall see you in the next one. May the Force be with you.